Racism is the belief in the superiority of one race over another, which often results in discrimination and prejudice towards people based on their race and ethnicity.
It is often associated with violence, discrimination, and oppression. Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm just looking for something.
Okay. Are you trying to steal?
Racial stereotypes are inherently racist, pervasive, and difficult to define. They are usually the driving force for institutionalized social and other types of discrimination.
So, who can solve this equation? Mainly, can you answer this? Oh, I thought you would know.
Racism has been the motivation for multiple violent and traumatic events in history, such as the transatlantic slave trade and the Holocaust. There are many studies that correlate disgust, dehumanization of minorities, which allows for prejudice, both implicit and explicit.
Okay, you are hired. Congrats.
These networks working together. Thus, racism cannot be drawn to one brain region. Brain regions involved in racism are the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex, which is involved in regulating racial bias and negative evaluations. The fusiform gyrus, which monitors facial and race recognition. The anterior cingulate cortex, which monitors racial bias and detects conflicts between implicit racial attitudes and the conscious intentions to be non-biased. It also computes conflict and error. The amygdala, which is involved in the classification of races. But the brain region of our focus for solving racism is the insula, which couples with the ACC and the amygdala. The brain region is highly concentrated in glutamatergic neurons called von economo neurons. It is stated that the decreased coupling between the ACC and insula is correlated to higher levels of forming negative racial biases. Increased coupling leads to less explicit racial biases.
Affected by racism? Or better yet, are you a racist yourself and unbeknownst to it? Well, do we have just the product for you?
Introducing RacismB Gone, a completely novel drug that gets rid of racist and biased actions altogether. But how does it work? Well, our scientists have worked long and hard to understand which brain regions are responsible for racism and racist actions. They found that the anterior cingulate cortex and insula are brain regions involved in explicit racist attitudes and have their very own special neurons called von economo neurons, and their decreased coupling actually predicts racism. So, our world-class doctors developed a drug that includes a novel protein that inhibits glutamate reuptake, which will cause more glutamate within the synaptic cleft, increasing neurotransmitter signaling altogether. This will cause an increase in coupling and activity in these two brain regions, which will enhance the ability to detect conflict of implicit racial attitudes and conscious intentions to be non-biased, thereby decreasing the disgust perception seen in racist actions and stopping the explicit racially driven emotional actions altogether. A simple solution for a complex problem.
Go to your doctor and ask about RacismB Gone today and help make our world a better place.